boom, 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 boom. Now tell me what you gonna do when ain't nowhere to run. When justice comes for you, cause it's gonna come here now. Sorry. Just more proof I'm old. I'm an Uncle Charlie. And a nobody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. What can I say? I would love to play that song right now. Hey, Sudoku, what are you doing? Don't do that. Actually, you know what I just did? I just added my Instagram, and what I should do is also add my chess.com link. Why aren't you doing what I need you to do though right now? Why aren't you doing what I need you to do right now? Phone. Wait, come on now. Do what I need you to do. Pay attention. Do what I need you to do, okay? Do what I need you to do. You gonna do what I need you to do? Anyway. Come on now. Come on. I have no idea what I'm about to do here except mess around for a bit. I need to level up Manny's gear a little bit. I want to level up her staff a bit. I was working on getting those SSR dual blades. I need to beat the dragon, but that is something I will do on me time. That's something I do for myself after I play this. Okay, it's working now. Don't know why it wasn't working. That's annoying. But yeah, this is something I'm gonna do on me time. I'm gonna finish the story mode on me time. I did, however, begin to. Oh no, where'd you come from? Why are you here? What's going on? I did, however. Oh, and this is something that. Let me change this real quick. Because, quiet as it's kept, I've been capturing some images so I can do the intro for the game itself. So let me put this back to world level 3. I've been capturing some images or some videos and stuff so I could do the intro to the to the. I don't even know why I would try. Do I even have? No, I don't have any. I'm not even gonna try. I hate you guys. I've been working on the intro for 7 Deadly Sins, the YouTube videos. And so I had to change the world level so I could take my time and position everything so I could get the capture, the screen recording perfect. So yeah, I had to change the world level. All right, so where are we even going right now? Hawk Pass. What I get in Hawk Pass? Nothing. Yeah. Log in. What? Wait, have I not played this since reset? Oh, I guess not. No, I haven't. I haven't. Okay. I thought I did. Well, no, because I started work. Okay. Or my other work, I should say. So we have keys. That's cool. I don't even know where I want to go right now. This is for real. So let's get ourselves. What is this? What are you? What am I farming here? What is this thing? What do you do? I don't know what that is. Did I already have that tracked? No, it's just there. All right. So whatever. Let us focus in on the characters. So what I've done so far is I should say what I've done lately is I finished doing the staff for Manny. It's up to level 20. I need the resources to level it up, obviously. And one thing, oh, there we go. There's something that I could do is I could figure out the monster drop that will allow me to get more of these things. Wild Fierce Dragons. Huh? So just like rando dragons will give me that drop? I don't believe you. You need more people, dog. We really do not believe you. Huh? Additionally, yeah, well, there you are. Let's see. If you lied to me. I thought there would be like a field or elite monster that would give it. With Manny, though, that whole area of effect where where at the damage and the, where are you? Where the damage and the, what's your face? Where the damage, there we go. Did I get it? See, I didn't get it. Y'all lied to me. Where the damage is amplified. The crit damage and the crit rate is amplified. That was fun. However, given the area that it is, I've been only using it against bosses that don't move that much. I beat the red dragon at this world level or whatever, using it. This would be the boss that I could defeat using that area as well. One thing I do need to do is get the armor engraved for both Meliodas, and who is Leonidas? Why is that name in my head? And Jericho. So maybe I will go to wherever I can engrave things and check out what the cost for that would be. I cannot remember where the engraving happens, but we'll just track that for weapons merchant. Nah, where are you at? I cannot remember the name of the woman who does the engraving. Is it Kareem? Let's see. Nope, that's a weapon merchant. I thought it was a woman. Yeah, nope, steel merchant. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna head in this direction. We're gonna head in this general direction and try to figure out where the engraving is. I cannot. Oh, up here. Julia. There it is, engraving merchant. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get to her very quickly, and then see what I need to do in order to do this engraving stuff. Okay. Okay, so let's switch. Let's go to Jericho, and I need these specific items in order to engrave this jacket. A. 200K. All right. Yeah, not enough materials. So I need to go find those materials in order to engrave, which means I need to go hit up those field bosses, which is not going to be fun because they are not easy. All right, so let's just go hit up some of these creatures. Who am I okay with stomping a mud hole in for a little bit? I still want to get him down. I don't think I've beaten Red Dragon. And the other part about this that was kind of upsetting is I did not get this material here. I got different. I thought for sure that you get like a guaranteed one of those drops, but I guess you don't. As a matter of fact, let's go this route. Let's see. I haven't done even. Oh. Okay, I was about to say that seems the same. I'm gonna go into this one, and the idea or the goal is going to be, oh, it's a dungeon, so it's gonna work different than the other thing, isn't it? It's not gonna be like some straight up, I just get to go have fun, is it? So the gates of the dungeon have opened. Let's go. Uh-oh. And as a matter of fact, what we can do here, since I will be dealing with you guys, is this stuff. And then this stuff. Oh, I didn't even get the ability out there. There we go. And increase the damage as we go. Which is fun. Okay. And then we're going to try to purge this stuff, purify this stuff that's on the ground. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Bet. So that's all cleared up. Next stop is that. Whoa. All right, so I'm guessing I don't need, well, maybe I do jump and just glide to the next location. Do I? Do I just jump and glide over there? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens, yo. I can see that this dungeon could be tremendously obnoxious. Uh-oh. Oh no, this could be a problem. This could be so annoying. Oh man. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna go this way, maybe. Sure. Head towards the yellow light. Why not? Up, 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 up. Oh, more of you guys. Let's go ahead and do this. Manny, come on. Let's go. And then let's go get you guys back out there. Maybe I was noticing before that somebody had done a run here and it felt as though the area of effect that they had for Manny's, I don't know what it's called, something blessings, was larger than mine. And maybe that was just my perspective from the outside looking in, not having to actually fight. I don't know. I want it to be increased, obviously. You should die now. And then I can get rid of this corruption. Okay, bet. Next, I guess we go. That's where I came in, right? Is it? There's only one way to come in. Okay, you know what? We're just going to do that. Oh, yep, more of you guys. That seems to tell me that I'm on the right track. Boom, let's go. Let's go. Bet. There it is. We love to see that. I'm trying to save the ultimates for when I actually run into Gila in here. I do have enough heals. I was just about to be worried that I didn't have enough heals to deal with it, but I should be fine. This is my first time doing this dungeon, so it looks like it will be a pain. Get him. Will you fall down? Jeez. Stubborn. All right, so that. Oh. All right. Next, I do not know which direction I came from or which direction I'm going. There's a yellow spot right there. So that makes me feel like jumping to the yellow, which seems like a big mistake. Newt. Oh, yeah. So, and then I need to glide here. I remember seeing that video. That is not gliding to the area that I needed it to glide to. That is taking me into a situation that I do not want at all. Okay, so there we go. Can I not climb up this thing? I'm not going to be able to climb up this thing, right? I'm going to end up dying. Okay, let's just go. Yay for that. Is this going to put me back where I was supposed to be? Yeah, okay, so. Oh, with less health. That is fantastic. Awesome, absolutely awesome. All right, so let's get to the backpack. Where's my campfires? Up here, right? Yeah. Trying to save the potions for when I actually cannot use in dungeons. Of course you can't, and I should have known that or should have remembered that, but of course I didn't. Why? But the climbing in the game is all, and the climbing is in the game is also so crap because I end up just randomly climbing and end up getting stuck in stuff. I just end up being stuck inside of something. It's terrible. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't have a way to really heal myself outside of using this potion, and I really don't want to use that right now. However, I think Gila is on the other side of this. It does say 122 meters to Gila, and that's it right there. I think Gila's on the other side of this. Oof. All right. Let's do that, and then let's eat something. But yeah, the climbing in this game can be tremendously obnoxious. Not climbing when you want to, climbing at the wrong times, getting stuck, climbing up, and then trying to jump off the climb, like trying to stop the climbing, does not work. Yeah, it can be tremendously obnoxious. This will restore HP, increase all ally heroes attack by that for 600 seconds. I guess that's a good thing to have before you go beat a boss, right? Okay, so we will go do this, and we will try to go face Gila now. Wait, hey, jerk. That's not what I was trying to do. I'm not gonna say that word right now. Yeah, so it tossed me all the way. Where'd you toss me to? Yeah. Yep. What is this? I think this is not where I'm supposed to go. I'm just gonna follow the yellow. Wizard of Oz style, yellow brick road, right? And then we avoid that thing like it's like we owe it money. And then we go into that thing, right? And that's where she is. And so now what I need to do is go ahead, get this shield up, get this part up, run at her, have Manny do her thing, and put this out here, triangle, and then have, oh no, triangle, and then have Jericho come out here and handle her business like this, and then be scared that I don't have enough health to get through this whole thing. All right, so we do that. Hopefully she stays in this little circle. I did have a situation where I was fighting, I can't remember which one, but it kept pulling me out of where the elite boss is supposed to be. And so by the end of it, what would end up happening is the boss would go back to its location and then reset its health, and I would have to fight it again. Oh no, I am dead. Absolutely dead. Okay. That was fun, or not a little bit at all. Not even a little bit. This was not at all what I wanted whatsoever. Not even a chance. Yeah, for some reason you can't stop the climbing or get off when you want to. I hope they fix. Yeah, it's the most obnoxious thing, and it's a very simple fit. Well, I say that as a person who does not develop games, but like it seems like just give me a button that I put. Usually the thing that you jump on to get on is the thing you can also use to jump off, and for some reason that's not it. So I am gonna take this on again and probably lose again. That's okay though. I need to play it a little bit smarter and not so aggressive. Let's keep the dodges going. Let's keep this on her too. Let's keep the dodges going. Nope, nope, nope. This is not the smart way. And I'm already dying. So it looks like no. Yeah. I'm trying to do that whole crit thing. And what I think I need to have next, because everybody has the bright idea of what to do, even though they don't have the actual characters to do it. And so right now I feel like I need to leave the dungeon and level up like I wanted to beforehand, instead of going into that dungeon right now. It is obnoxious. But then the next question is, do I do another dungeon that I can beat, like the Furzen dungeon, or do I do the field bosses out around the world? The Furzen dungeon is not, it's a lot. And I don't know that the rewards are worth it. Let's put it that way. Although I will say this, the first time I did do that dungeon, it was a very bad experience. So you know what we can do? Let's just go do a bunch of side quests where we ignore most of what the characters are going to say anyway. Let's do that. What is this Hawk Pass got me looking at? Defeat 30 bosses. That's me. Nice, we'll take it. Let's see. I think we just do a bunch of side quests right now, because the side quests, notoriously, I am not a giving too much of a, outside of Final Fantasy VII, I'm not a side quest dude, but we'll go ahead and get there now. Get to some healing and then do some side quests. Try to farm up a bit. Maybe hit some field bosses, not the elite ones at world level 3, until I don't like running around the world with her. Let's see. Oh, also, I made sure to close down every single other app I have on my phone and then optimize the damn thing with that button, just so that my phone wouldn't explode in my face this time. I also have my protective eyewear, also known as my reading glasses, um, just in case it decides it wants to get a little bit buck. Let's see. So in terms of, oh, do I still have the quest hidden here? Let's see. Yep, side quests and hidden quests are hid, or side quests and hidden quests are hidden. Yep. I'm still tempted to go do the dragon. I shouldn't go do the dragon because that is the end of the story, and I want to finish the story. At least I assume it is. I assume it is, and I want to finish that story with my PlayStation. Like, go sit down at my PlayStation and knock it out. All right, so let's do this. Let's go track. I'm literally standing right there, so let's go track this right now. Lost child, sure. Still the one. Okay, that's fine. And actually, Hakeem, you play this game, right? Are you in the place to where you can play now? We do a party and we go play since you're the only one in Europe. Like, since we're the only one in the same server. Because I've never done that before and I'm curious. I want to know how that goes. Because I genuinely don't know how the party system works. But it is midday, so I don't know if you just have me on at work or while you're studying or something. And we skip past this stuff. We begin to track the quest. Literally, look around the bus. Okay. This might be being lazy. It depends on the time of day, but whenever they have us looking for stuff around anything, I hate it. It's so annoying. Did that say new quest? Okay, resilient pecan. Oh, yeah, but I'm not as far as you, bro, and I'm not home right now. Well, you don't have to be as far as me. That would, although I will say this, I'm saying to you exactly what I say to other people, which is like, I want to be ready with my full team. I don't want to be that dude who's like lagging behind. And then as soon as I get high enough, I'm like, what? No big deal. Let's go. Come on. It's no big deal. Like, I'm doing exactly to you what people have been trying to do to me. So I'll leave it. But if you are ever home during the afternoon when we're doing this, then that's cool by me. Because please believe, you've seen me struggle. You know how it is. All right, look around the prison some more. Let's go. You know what? And I tried to capture just a straight up horse today, a regular old horse. And I could not capture him with 5 potions, so I killed them all and took the meat. And realized that that's the meat that I could use to be cooking with other stuff to get like better food for HP and other stuff, not just keep getting scrapped food. And yeah, so now this quest is literally me just running around. Defeat the stone lizard. Oh, that thing. This quest is really just me running around. Let's let Manny get some gameplay. Oh, nope. This is not good gameplay for Manny because she wants to do distance with the staff. I beat Gila solo the first time around. I don't know. Is that where you're stuck at now? Is Gila? I had to do and this is, shout out to Flint on that one. That sustained team figuring out the burst with Jericho and then having, I think you even noted this, that I do this all the time. There's a reason it's effective. Having that whole thing like set up for the burst and then doing the massive damage, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That made a difference. If I did not know that technique or have these characters, I don't know how I would have won. I think the only other way I've heard people say that they won was that they, was it Gila? I think it was Gila, where they said they just stayed their distance as far away as possible and just kept shooting her with their staff for a very long time until she died. Like just staying as far away from her as possible. Oh, there's a kid who's standing around gigantic scorpions. All right, well, I blame the parents. You gotta teach your kids, don't be around gigantic scorpions. I think, well, Let's see. Maybe I can get to a warp. What's it from here? Let's see. But are they going to try to eat me? Aha, over there. I don't know if it's the only way, but like I said, I think somebody did. I think it was for Gila. I can't remember if it was for Gila or for a different boss. They were telling me it yesterday, and I said not yesterday, maybe the day before, and I said I was gonna try, but that I was setting up that comp first. This is why I have my whatchamahooses. Yeah, I had it here. They had TRA and then an SR staff, and they just stayed away the entire time and just slowly but surely chipped away at her life until it was over. Which sounds painstaking, like raw, but you got the job done, I guess. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, no, we're not reading all this. I just need the resources, lady. I found your kid. There's your kid. I need my resources so I can get it, keep it pushing. Let's see. Next quest. And see what I mean? There are, I think in this region alone, 65 quests, 37. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to do in this game. I feel like I should record doing these bosses, but I'm gonna level up and do it before. Well, I'm strong enough to do it easily, but before I get to level 4 for the rest of the guide, because I still don't have this field. New field bosses have popped up since I did it. Popped up. So I don't have him, her, him, or him. So there's like 5 more field bosses I need to do. I do not remember doing. I did do Draco. And then this guy is the Corrupted Spectre. I did do Corrupted Spectre, right? Yeah. So this region is all complete except for these 5. And then there will be one more here. Supposedly one more. I don't know if it's more than one more. Then we could be good with that. All right. So meantime, in between time, let's find another. I should be roll right around here. Let's find another mission. Another quest. You are a shopkeeper. And you are a child. There you go. Whatever, dog. Okay, so an unexpected encounter. Sure. 96 meters away. Gather fire essence. Ow. I got a feeling you could be the one. We should make it official. Bet. Increase that damage. Thank you, Manny. I think that was it, right? I think so. So we got 3. By the way, having Dreyfus for this thing right here, amazing. I was doing that scouting for platinum this morning, and I'm just crushing those things easy. It's not like it was a big burden before, but it's damn sure very easy now. All right, so let's go back to Sinet. Oh, there she is. Doesn't matter. If you don't have a good phone for this game, you're cooked. Actually, I might make the argument that you use an old phone so that your new phone doesn't get cooked literally. And I know I'm being hyperbolic and all that, but am I? Because I will say this, my phone is over a year old, so it's not new, but it's not old yet. It may be very well that if I get a new phone anytime soon, I would keep the game on this phone, given how unoptimized it is. and then let it just keep destroying this phone as opposed to putting it on my new phone and like risking it ripping that phone apart. There's so many quests. Talk to Hendrix. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? A lot of talking to folks. Or I should say, better said, where is this guy? Yep. Go to ruins south of that name. All right. Dovet. I thought I was tracking that quest. I guess not. So let's go to that. Nope, we have to go this way. Sorry. This way. Cool. Not team, bruh. Not team. Quest. And then creepy sound or convert. Oh, that covert state. So these top three are the ones that were like annoying, and I did not feel like doing them. So I was like, you know what? I'm not, because I made progress in them, but then there was just still more and more stuff to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do you right now. I'm not going to end the progress and abandon it. So what I'm going to do is just leave it. And remember, don't do the top three side quests. Defeat the scorpions. And booyah, ha 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 ha. Emperor's New Groove voice, Cusco. Okay. Dazed Lasagna? This person's name is Lasagna. See, and they want us to call her Gila, even though it's spelled the Italian way for Juliet. You know what? See? Okay. That's the stuff I be talking about. Name is Lasagna. You better not never call somebody Lasagna. Although now, since we have Big Moss, I do want an Italian rapper named Big Lasagna. Just dive all the way into it, bro. Just dive all the way into it. And he can't be an Italian rapper from Italy because they wouldn't do. Well, maybe one is doing that right now, but they wouldn't do that. It has to be an Italian rapper from New York who like grew up in Mama Leone's restaurant on whatever. They all have all their street numbers, like the 25th and 67th or whatever. I don't know how their streets go. It's just a bunch of numbers and ifs. I don't know. But it has to be something like that. It has to be something like that. It can't be somebody who is like from actual Naples or Salerno or Puglia. It has to be somebody from like the Bronx. Oh. Or I guess if he's Italian, he'd be from Brooklyn. I don't know. I don't know that area that well. Let me not act. Not gonna lie, his hip hop. It is not dead. It is not dead. Hold up. I'm saying it's not dead, but I'm trying to figure out why I say it's not dead. Nope, Jid. I love Jid. That's one. His album came out and that was goated. I love God. God Does Like Ugly. That was an amazing album. That was my favorite album of the year. Still is for a while. I like Reason, and Reason was good, especially when he came back at Joey Badass, who is not great. But the plus side about the Joey Badass thing, which was just fun to me, it wasn't anything serious. The plus side about that was the fact that I discovered Reason, and I liked his first and his third album. The second one was alright, and I haven't. And the last one was kind of like, I haven't really listened to it if I'm being honest. I do still like Meg Thee Stallion. I do still like Glorilla. Glorilla is not designed to be a intricate rapidy rap rapper, but something whenever Glorilla raps, and I think it's with most of those Memphis rappers, where I'm not a violent person, but their music makes me get aggressive. Because the first song I heard from Glorilla was not FNF. It was Yeah, Glow. That song, I was listening it into a car, and I was like, no, I'm not listening to Iceman. That's why you think hip hop is dead because you only care about numbers. Um, I did not. Yeah, Glow. I was listening to a car, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm in my late 30s when I heard this song, because that would be the song where we all in the club and somebody's gonna fight. But no, I can't. I don't want to hear Iceman. I do not want to hear Kanye's new album. All those washed 40-year-old rappers who are still chasing 20-year-olds. Can we get the rappers who are in their 40s but actually have families and something real to rap about instead of BBLs and whatever Botox they got done or whatever ab surgery they got done or whatever Ozempic pills they're taking to make themselves think that they're still 20, but like, dude, you wash, you 40. Can you sit down somewhere, please? Anyway, yeah. Like, I have not listened to a single Drake album since the first one. It was there was one called Thank Me Later, and there was one song on there that I liked that had Rick Ross on it. And then after that album, I listened to it once, and I never listened to another Drake album after that. And this is also from a guy who didn't really listen to Kendrick like that. Kendrick albums I liked, but they would be albums that were so deep and heavy that I would listen to them one time, maybe two times, and then stop. And they would be really good, but it's like, I can't keep doing this. And then J. Cole was the one out of those three that I would listen to the most. And even his stuff was like, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think they're all great rappers. I think they're all great rappers. They're not for me. No hip hop album has longevity besides the albums from the big three. Everyone, yeah, I don't want to hear your opinion on hip hop anymore. I don't like your music takes. I think that I think that there's an age gap here that is really influencing your view, and I don't like it. And I know you won't like my view either, because you stick to like the mainstream stuff and don't look at anywhere else. So if I said Montana of 300, you'd be like, but the beat isn't good. Like, okay. You listen to Jid and you're like, but where is he talking about the? I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I don't think we relate on hip hop, which is okay. You're allowed to have the things that you like, and I'm gonna have the things that I like. No, okay. Everyone else drops an album in a week and a half. We have forgotten about. No, I named what Jid. I named M's latest album was good, not great. Baby Keem, I haven't listened to his album yet. Although I did like Baby Keem on Jid's album off McAfee. Uh, I do not like Da Baby or Lil Baby either. They're okay, just not my style of rap. Who was I just listening to? Ti's new album is coming out, and I know that's my era. His last two songs, Trauma Bond and Let 'Em Know, killing, absolutely killing those songs. Love those songs. Who else? Hold up. Who else is coming out? But no, and here's the other thing too. If I'm gonna be fair, 100% fair, as much as remove all that beef, and we've already talked about the whole beef and all that other stuff and how like wash that it not wash, but just I'm over it. Basically, it was good for a time. Let's move on. I do, like I said, I'm not looking for the next Drake album. If I'm being real, I love GNX the album. I'm not like checking for the next Kendrick album either. That goes to say like it's just not J. Cole's new album. It was a little bit obnoxious. It was great lyrics, but a little bit obnoxious. I've listened to it once. It's not so when you say those big three that you're talking about, it's not me just like dumping on Drake or whatever. I just don't. They're good. Then that whole thing popped off, and Kendrick's album was amazing. I loved it. J. Cole's album is really, really good, but it kind of was annoying to me. I don't give a damn about Drake because he tried to sue. So he's a punk bitch to me. You tried to sue. So yeah, I for those three, I know they're a whole generation's music, and there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, they don't have the staying power. But that's for me. That's where music is different. If you asked my uncles, you'd ask my uncles. As much as I love Jay Z, and I can't say that because Jay Z really was part of my childhood. Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, those dudes that were out then. Outkast, for example. I was there for Outkast and Goody Mob, but like other Southern rappers, like no, I like Scarface too. And my uncle, one of my uncles, loved Scarface. The Diary was amazing, but like that was more like the stuff I liked those albums, but those weren't the ones that I was putting on all the time because that was the generation before me. I have my little time period. The DMX, Jay Z's, Jid has worked his way in there. I don't even know how, but Jid has worked his way in there, and I love him. Eminem's and that stuff. That's my speed. T.I., Ludacris. That's my speed. And then your speed is gonna be the J. Cole, the Kendrick, the Lil Uzi Verts, and that's your like generation of rap or whatever. So no shade, but we just don't get it. We don't get it. I'm disappointed. Me, it shouldn't have been his best album, but it wasn't. He under the. Actually, you know what? I think it was one of his best works. It's just that it's all behind this veil of what happened. Because lyrically, that was amazing. Beat selection and instrumentals, good. The little mixtape he put out before was a little bit better. But I think that whole veil of everything that happened, like Kendrick was the truest line that Kendrick said in that whole thing was, I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over it. It's been 2 years. Like COVID, ain't nobody stopped talking about it. I don't like Lil Uzi Vert. I don't know how he even made. That's like with me and Blueface. I don't know why. I guess he didn't make it. But like, how do I put it? There's going to be rappers in every generation where you're like, how did you get a deal? What did you? Who were you? Who'd you get? You got pictures of somebody. There's no way you should have money behind whatever the hell you're doing. So yeah, there's gonna be those anyway. But I put his name in there because he is of that like time period, not mine, but more on your scale. Maybe even a little bit before you because you are only 20. So maybe even a little bit before you. I don't know if you grew up listening to him, but anyway. Well, no, he is in that pocket. He is in your pocket. And there's always gonna be rappers that you're like, how if you. It's like I saw the movie. There were like a string of movies from Nicolas Cage. One was called like Bangkok Dangerous, and the other was called Next. And there was another one I can't think of off the top of my head that he put out back to back to back. And I was like, I love writing. I've written books. I've written scripts. I've done like short films and stuff. I just like it as a hobby, like a lot of my stuff. And basically, if I ever felt bad about my writing or anything else, and I never tried to accomplish anything with it, I did try to do some stuff, and I did get like a TV. Let me not talk about that. I did like get some stuff like popping as I tried and just had fun experimenting with that medium. Part of the reason why I like YouTube so much, being able to release creativity. But it was like, if I felt bad about my writing, like I can't do this, I would watch a Nicolas Cage movie and be like, oh, that there was a person that convinced thousands of people to put up, well, hundreds of people to put up millions of dollars or hard work and effort to make that trash. I'm not that bad. Not money, cars. But then that's what Drake raps about. Drake is simp rap, where it's like he's either complaining or crying about a girl who hurt him or money, cars, hoes, drugs, alcohol. That's what he raps about. J. Cole and Kendrick were more the conscious rappers, and Kendrick more so than J. Cole, except for that one album. Was it not? It was GODD or whatever. The one that came after the one that's a street name. The one that was the street name where he's sitting on a roof. That was my favorite album from J. Cole. And then the one that came after that where it's like him wearing a crown and it's a painting or whatever. That Drake raps about either money, cars, and hoes or some woman that broke his heart. It's one of them two, dog. I'm sorry. I have not heard one song where he was not imitating a rap genre and then was not claiming. Like, name the conscious rap song from Drake. Like, the God did thing was just him showing off money. So you take a bunch of girls to a mall and say, go buy whatever you want. Why don't you take that money to like a hood in Atlanta or New Orleans and buy kids clothes for. And I mean, he did do some of that stuff, but you know what I mean? Like that's you're still showing off money by shutting down a mall and telling these women who are underprivileged to like shop. You and God did God like I mean it. That was the one thing that he did that one time, and then that was it. He is a culture vulture. Anyway, sorry. Forest Hill Drive, that one. Oh, that you think that's his best album too? That was just the one that I rocked with the most. So maybe I don't like to speak on it if I don't have the expertise of his catalog. I like his mixtapes and stuff like that, but I don't know his work like I know DMX and Eminem and the ones that were from my generation. I just knew that that was the one that I bumped the most. Especially that one song where he was talking about that girl back from high school. I was like, bruh, take me back. He ruined the fall off with interviews. What? By the way, you'll learn that here. That's a lesson for you for real. And this is the old man talking to the young dude. Do not watch interviews unless it's like Hot Ones or something like that, where they're just being goofy and funny. For a long time ago, I stopped watching actor interviews and musician interviews because I found myself not liking their work because they kept talking, right? And I couldn't avoid that one comment about what J. Cole said because it was on a couple of reactors that I follow. And even what he said, I didn't think was that bad, honestly, but it was annoying. And so it's just kind of annoying. And I think it did take me out of wanting to listen to that album again. It's not like I hated it. I still recognize it as good work, but it was annoying. And he did talk too much. You're right about that. He put out more content and interviews than the length of his album, which is like, how'd you put out 20 hours of interviews and your album ain't but 45 minutes long? What are we doing? But like to that point, I stopped any kind of, and this is why I guess I'm not into celebrities that much. Any kind of celebrity stuff, I don't. Hot Ones is, I think, and that's why I like it so much. Hot Ones and like the other like Truth or whatever it is that they also have from that same like company. Those are the only interviews I watch that have celebrities in them because it's all just happy-go-lucky. We're going to ask you about your past and what you did to get where you are and some funny stories along the way from your Instagram pictures. And that's it. They don't do anything else. Why am I not going to check Harbin's map? Why can't I find Harbin's map? And what just snuck up behind me? Oh, that was a mouse. All right, so I get your point there, but do yourself a favor. I never watched any of those interviews straight up. It was like a reactor reacted to it. I watched it and I was like, damn, why'd I even watch that? Don't. Not for musicians. As much as I love DMX, as much as I loved Eminem, as much as I love Jay-Z, I don't think I've watched one. I watched one interview with Jay-Z. That was with David Letterman when he talked about cheating on Beyonce. That was it. I have not watched one interview with Eminem. I've not watched one interview. I think I did watch one interview with DMX. Oh, no, it was like a day in the life of DMX or something that MTV did. I think I watched that one time. Like I avoid that stuff like the plague because it always disappoints me. And then if they say some real wild stuff, I have to just stop messing with their stuff altogether. So do yourself a favor. The content is out there and they want you to engage, but a lot of times it will ruin your like perspective on a person or your perspective on a artist. Stay away. Yeah, can I just go there? Unknown location. How very dare you, sir? So that's why it's not on the maps. And then why y'all got me following it? How very dare you? Okay, whatever. You're right. I'm gonna stop watching interviews from now on too. I just like watching them. But here's the thing though. And that's why I would watch Hot Ones. Because put it this way, any interview that J. Cole was gonna do with any reactor other than literally, I just keep saying Hot Ones. That's the only way I can think of off the top of my head. So I'm sorry I keep saying it. Any other interview in any other place, they, as like journalists, media members and whatever, they have to ask those questions. So I already knew what it was going to be, and I knew there was not going to be one single answer that was going to make it any better or enrich the album to me at all. They were never going to, they barely talked about the album. And all they talked about for hours was just that situation, to where he just repeated himself over and over and over again. And it's like, and it had to be that. It had to be that. That's what still is on everybody's mind. So there was no there was no benefit in watching those interviews to me. It was just going to make me not like him. Let's go over here. Oh my gosh. Are we that far away? So yeah, if you find a fun one, or one where they say like, we are discussing this and this only. We are not worried about, such and such get caught up. Oh, you broke up with who? What? No, I don't. There was that whole. Oh, I'm not gonna talk about that here. Never mind. I won't say that. But there was one song that I really, really liked from an artist, and I didn't like that artist that much. There were two songs that I really, really liked from an artist. Then come to find out he's a scumbag. What's up, Gojo? Come to find out he's a scumbag. And now I've removed him from my whole thing and don't even listen to. I don't want them to even suggest it to me on Spotify. Straight up. And it wasn't that it was. Well, no, it wasn't. That one was actually legitimately really bad. That was in the news. But the more you learn about, there are entire songs from my childhood and my teenage years I can't listen to. And this should have been found out. And I'm glad it was found out. It shouldn't be hidden, because two of the seminal figures while I was in high school who were making music are actually monsters. They're actually monsters, actually terrible people. A lot of people say his album flopped because he sold 280,000 the first week. How can a 280,000 album be a flop? It is. It is. It's one of those. Eminem said it on a diss to MGK. He said that my biggest flop would be your biggest record sell. If Eminem came out with an album back in his prime, right, when he was selling 6 million in a month, I'm exaggerating, and then he came out with an album that did 1 million, that's platinum. That would be MGK celebrating, popping bottles and everything else. And then that would be people asking what happened to Eminem. He fell off. It's perspective. That's the thing about the whole your boy Drake maybe having to wait for things to die down and his record deal, his album deal. He was about to sign a deal for $500 million, right? Then that stuff pops up. It puts his deal in order, and that's why he was suing, really, because he wanted to preserve his ability to make that money. And then he has to wait to drop his album. Why? Because Kendrick messed him up so bad, and because the media now is you can't escape it, that his sales were going to be trash. He would have sold 3 million. And that for him, I recognize that, that he can sell. That for him selling 3 million on an album is terrible. 2 million for him, terrible. Overall, I don't mean in a weekend. That's terrible. I'm not dumb. Look who you're talking about. One of the highest selling artists of all time. And he only sells 2 million on an album. That would be a career for a lot. If I made an album and it sold 2 million, that changes my life. It in a positive way. For him, it changes his life. And now he has to wonder what's wrong. There's a difference there. There's a big difference. It's not the same scale. If he did, put it this way, and this sounds stupid, but it's the truth. BTS, I said that before, and Hot Ones again. BTS did an interview on Hot Ones, and that had 8.7 million views in a day. If BTS did that same interview with Hot Ones and they only got 20,000 views in a day, there'd be a question about what happened. Something happened. Did one of them get caught in jail? Did one of them beat his girlfriend? Did one of them come out as some kind of criminal? If I did 20,000 in a day, I'd be doing backflips across this house and breaking every single hip. Not just my hip, my neighbor's hips, all the hips. I'd be losing my mind. They do 20,000. It's a problem. They might not cry. I'm not going to call them like that, but it's different. There's different levels to this. 280,000 is not good in the first week for a person like that. Not at all. You have to reassess your marketing strategy when that happens. Okay, so there's another thing about the game, and it's me being impatient and being a little baby. Can they run a little bit faster? It's open world. There's a lot of places we gotta go, guys. I'm gonna need you to have not just the animals, but a sprint button, and I'm gonna need the animals to like move a little bit faster. And that dash ain't getting it, homie. Like the dash is just not getting it. What's up? Y'all want these problems? Don't make me pull out Manny. Circle of death. Don't make me bring out Manny. You don't want these problems. Because you don't want these problems. Oh, I did not mean to do that with her, but that's okay. We can still do it. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, where did her ring go? What happened? The ring usually lasts longer than that. You don't want these problems. You don't want these problems. Oh, there it is. Fire. There it is. Bet. Okay. Itchy. The thing is, J. Cole has been teasing us with an album for 10 years. Kendrick dropped GNMX with zero promo. Okay, time out. Is zero promotion is not true. And everybody tried to copy that, hence the Joey Badass trying to copy that model. Although he made it clear, like, I'm rapping to promote my rap album, which is fair. So he took shots at a bunch of rappers, and they all were knowledge of it. They, said like, hey, look, we're not going to be too wild. This isn't like true hate. We're just showing off skills, right? Cool. He did it that way. You cannot say GNX had no promotion, because here's the thing. He used Drake as his promotion. Which is what the coldest part of it was. That was the coldest part. Like, he basically used him as a rollout, which is what so many people made fun of, is that he used Drake as his rollout, which is wild. That is wild. I think 50 Cent did that with the Massacre. Like, not really, but kind of, sort of, where he was using his beef with Ja Rule to, like, keep his name in the ether, like keep his name in the meta, as it were, if you want to use a modern term for it. And basically, like, yo, I'm still out here. Oh, check out this album. Nope. And now run away. And we go back to the circle of death. We want your circle of death back, please. Hey, look, my buttons are not working now, and it's driving me crazy. Is my controller dying? What's going on here? Come on. Thank you, Manny. Let's go. Get over here, bro. This is where we fight. In my ring. Welcome to my dungeon. Why are you laying down? On the job. Lazy? Come over here. Come on now. You know you want to. I'm right here. Look at that. I'm right here. Hey. A chugga. Hey. Yo, these fights I have to stop doing on like phone, because I cannot control it the way that I want to. I have got to get an HDMI switcher so I can do this properly on my PlayStation and bring it in here. Because this is infuriating that I can't control the characters the way I want to. Absolutely infuriating. This should be over by now. And I can't get my characters to come out when I want them to. Okay. Absolutely infuriating. Just, for fuck's sake, bruh. What are we doing? Just die. Damn. Confirm. Whatever, dog. But yeah, for an album with no promotion that used a beef with another rapper to push it out, and there was no announcement at all. Really, he had one video that was like a commercial that I saw after the album came out. He had a bunch of reactors who were doing his rollout for him. There were reactors that popped up out of the woodwork to start reacting to hip hop songs so that they could catch the wave of this and maybe hit a quick 1,000 views and all that other stuff, right? So they could boost their YouTube careers. And then guess what? Those channels promptly disappeared because they realized that they didn't have the ability to create content. But they did get the attention for the time that they got the attention. So like he didn't need he basically created, because I can't think of anybody else who did it in this way. He basically created this model of marketing for people to follow, which is, if you have a beat, put it this way. The best thing that happened to T.I.'s album, which already had a good single, was already charting, was for 50 Cent to take a shot at his wife. Because now he is in a righteous fight and his sons got involved. He would have done that anyway without promotion. T.I.'s not the type, because he even put that in Trauma Bond, that song Trauma Bond, which I love. That's a really good song. He put it in that song where he was talking about he didn't need 50 to do whatever because he was going to sell well anyway. But at the same time, you know what doesn't hurt? When 50 Cent, a very popular rapper for his day and still in the ether, people still know who he is. Power had a reboot coming up. I never watched Power, but I heard about that reboot of the series coming up or whatever. It just never was my thing. To have him attack your wife, and now you righteously drop 3 diss tracks that were unbelievable. And then your son drops 2 diss tracks that's unbelievable. And then your other son just crashes the hell out. It's the best marketing for your album. And if he wanted to, and if he wanted to do it that way, he could have literally pushed the album release up. Like, he still hasn't released it yet, which I'm upset about. He's let the wave of that die a little bit. And I guess he had his plan and he didn't care. He had to handle 50 the way he wanted to, and he was still going to do his thing. But like, the way that all of that transpired just gave him more clout, not only because he was ripping him apart lyrically 100%, but then also it's like, everybody was like, why are you making fun of his wife? Didn't you learn anything from Drake? And then you were making fun this. Why are you doing this to this man? He's doing nothing but like making an album, chilling with his family, and your lonely, sad ass is over here attacking his wife. You ain't even go at him. And now he's like, with the wife's permission, like, hey, yo, you know what? Let me handle this man real quick. And let me tell him something about himself. And so then he had everybody signed up and on his, like, behind him. And that would have been a similar model to what happened between Kendrick and Drake, except for the fact that, his album was already ready to come out and everything. So he was already doing his rollout. He already had a single out. No idea why. I know why it happened and why it went down that way. But in every interview you saw with T.I., when he was talking about the verses and how 50 like lied to him and said he was going to do one thing and then turned his back on him and did something else and all that other stuff. Everything that he said made him seem better and better, and all 50 could do was make little memes. And T.I. said before he made the memes, all you're going to do is make memes. You quit acting like a 12-year-old girl. Come see me. Get in the booth or come find me. Let me come find your house. And we can talk about this, because we also know T.I. has walked up on Flip in his neighborhood and was like, I'll take this ass whip and I don't care. I'm about it. So then he became the hero in that. He became the hero in that. It's a risky move, though, because if you lose the battle now, you look stupid when you drop an album. If you lose the battle, you don't drop the album. Easily. Don't you want a Grammy and then release a single called Nosebleeds, right? I looked this good from the nosebleeds. And they were like, oh my God, she was so good that she thought that she thought that her album was so solid that she was gonna win so bad that she went ahead and released a song. I was like, she released that song after she got the Grammy. If she had not gotten the Grammy, you would have never heard that song. If Drake had wiped up Kendrick in that, which I don't think would have ever been possible, if Drake had wiped up Kendrick in that, for real, that album would have never existed. GNX would have never come out. It would have been a reverse. Iceman would have come out that weekend, that week, that month, whatever. And then GNX would be the thing we're talking about right now. And then J. Cole would still be in the same situation. So like that's what it would have happened. He pushed back Iceman because he got demolished and it messed up his money to negotiate his new deal with UMG. If it had been the other way around, he would have broken his neck running to the producer to be like, yo, we got to get this out within the next 20 minutes. Now. Prontito, bro. I was going to say, it would have never been, I think this is the same thing that Jid said about like the beef thing. Because if you hadn't noticed, and if you don't listen to Jid, you need to. Jid and Eminem have had several songs together. And the reason for that is because he wants the competition with Eminem, but where Jid is from, beef is beef for real. East Side, Atlanta don't play, right? So if you come talking to him wild, he's not going to send a song back. He's going to knock on your door. He comes from a place that's like that. So, at least, and that's it, depending. So what he's done is he's like, hey, you know what? Mavafangulo. I cannot say those words. So what he did was like, Eminem, I think I'm better than you or as good as you. Eminem's like, no, you're not. I'm better. Okay, let's make a song together where we don't give a damn about a hook and we just rap our asses off and see who's better. And I will be honest, Fuel, Eminem got him, and everyone said that Eminem got him on Animals Part 2. I think Jid got that one. I'm rocking with Jid on that verse, on that song. But either way, that is his way of competing. And I made that argument to you before when we talked about it. J. Cole could have just reached out and been like, yo, you know what? I think I'm Rappity Rap's best. Kendrick, like, no, I'm Rappity Rap's best. Okay, Kendrick takes care of the Drake thing because that was actually a personal thing between them. And then they could have just did a song together. And then done the same thing that Eminem and Jid have been doing. Basically, that could have been it. But nah. Okay, so there's that completed. I need to heal myself. Let's go. I really do not like running around the world with Jericho. I don't know why, but something about her she does not move correctly. Let's see. Yeah, and guess what? So bad that Jay-Z never did another song with Eminem again. He wrecked him. That was the song where I think a lot of folks who were not willing to admit that a white boy could be the best rapper in the world were like, man, damn. Like, damn. He wrecked him. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of those, if you want to see who's the best, and I like both. I like ciphers and I like diss tracks. That's fine. But I like that too. Let's get in a cipher. Let's just get on the song, both on the same beat. You give me your 40, I give you my 40. We see who comes out on top. I love that. Absolutely love it. You guys can be in Congress and like make a good song where you're both like popping off of each other back and forth, like Jadakiss and Styles P, or you guys could just basically be like, I'm gonna try. I think it was it Eminem and Busta Rhymes? There was one, I cannot remember what song it was. There was one song, and I think it was Eminem, where like he put down a verse, and then it might have been Lil Wayne, it might have been Busta Rhymes, I can't remember. They came out with their verse, and then he heard it. He was like, no, give me mine back. I'm doing that again. And so he put out another verse because they were like, yo, Black Friday. I didn't hear Black Friday, I don't think. I'm not as, like I said, I'm not as familiar with their catalogs. I guess I got to go back and listen to that one. But that's what I mean. Like you could have still done it that way, and that still could have been really good music. And it's really upsetting that they did that. That never happened, and I don't think it ever. I'm hoping for like a phone call between the two, and then like 2 years down the road from now, God, please give us a break. They have a song together where they just both like go at it, not at each other, but at the bars, at the instrumentals, like just like back and forth, just doing it. Because to say that they're not lyrically two of the best of all time is just disingenuous. And the same thing with, even though I don't like Drake or his music, I can't say that I can't say that he's not a good rapper. When he did write his own stuff, it was good. So like I can acknowledge that. It's just it wasn't for me. Never has been, never will be. But he can make a good song. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like it. I think because they never did anything to each other. Even the thing that he did, he apologized for. And so the only reason I think that that wouldn't like happen at this point is if Kendrick didn't respect him for apologizing. And I don't think that's the case. I don't know that that'll. Maybe I'm just optimistic. Maybe I'm just optimistic. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's like that's tough for me to get over. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want it to be something that happens. Let's do one more quest before I clean up some of that stuff. But the creepy sound. And where am I here? Defeat the wailing servant of the abyss. Oh yeah, I went to that dude. Okay, I know where that is. Left behind. Talk to the windy dump. That doesn't exist. They told me not to. Pitiful voice of soldier on the ground near Basta prison. He's writhing in pain. Seems desperately in need of. Let's start tracking that one because I think that. Let's go to that one. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, he does. No, I know he has ghostwriters, but put it this way: it's not that. I also believe that he also wrote. Like it's a twofold thing. Like I think J. Cole and Kendrick just write all their own stuff. I think sometimes Drake wrote it, sometimes he didn't. It's kind of like I think Beyonce writes all her own stuff, but I know Taylor Swift writes all her own stuff. I'm gonna use Kelly Rowland, for example. Let's say Kelly Rowland. Sometimes she writes the song, sometimes she performs the song. Anthony Hamilton, sometimes he writes. Adele. I don't think Adele writes, actually. But, and I don't know that for a fact. Alicia Keys writes all her own stuff. But John Legend writes all his own stuff. Damn, I only like musicians who write all their own stuff. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think Adele writes some of her. No, Adele did write her own stuff. 19, 21, and 24. But let's just say, right? Skyfall. I don't think did she write Skyfall? I think she wrote Skyfall. Singers are much more acquainted with, like, I have the vocal cords for this. And then Ongreifer wrote this amazing song. Ongreifer can't sing worth a damn, but he can write it. Okay. Yes, Future did write some stuff for Beyonce. Yes, he did. I think he wrote some stuff for Rihanna too. Okay. But that was more collaborative. But yes, to that point. Just like Jay-Z has written some stuff for Beyonce as well. But anyway, that's more collaborative. But people are much more used to when singers do that because they're like, oh, well, you have the vocal cords for this. I can't ever hit a Beyonce note. I can't hit a Taylor Swift note. Taylor Swift write her own stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I cannot hit those vocal notes. So people are used to someone like me writing a song for, what is that guy's name that I can't stand? There's another singer. Anyway, I'll say Beyonce. I don't like when men write for women, but, well, not always. I can't say that 100%. But I wrote a song for Beyonce, right? And she takes it and she performs it. Nobody thinks twice about me being the writer in the background. Drake does have a talent for rapping, even if it's not his own lyrics. So would Kendrick and J. Cole. J. Cole and Kendrick just say, like, we want to do our own stuff. So they're much more in the lines of like Alicia Keys or John Legend, where it's like, I'm going to write and perform my own thing. Okay, cool. Eminem was like, I'm going to write, perform, and produce my own thing, right? Okay, cool. Drake is like, okay, I'll write some of my own stuff, but if you give me a fire verse and you're not a rapper, I'll rap yours. Which, as an old school hip hop head, and I can say that now, which sucks, is terrible to me as that. But as a person who's just thinking practically, it's music. It happens all the time. If a country music singer can do it, if an R&B singer can do it, why can't a rapper? It's just that for those in rap and hip hop, me included, and I do believe this, it takes away from your ability and your potency as a rapper if you're rapping other people's stuff. It should all be your own. And I do fall into that line, but as a pragmatic, practical, like objective person who's not like trying to be in it like that, then I could say like, oh, I get it. That person who wrote it is a 22-year-old woman who has no experience with whatever she just wrote. She's just really good at writing it. So she hands it over to Drake to say like, yo, Drake, you got it. And he raps it. Are they rigged? It's gonna sound bad. I don't care. I don't look at Grammys for validation. Like how many, you know how many albums I've listened to from the Grammys and been like, that was trash, but this one was good. It could be rigged. It could just be that they're bad at picking good music that I like. It's not made for, the Grammys aren't made for me. They're not thinking about my demographic when they vote on those things. Let's put it that way. So I could not tell you the last. I know Kendrick won a few, right? But I would have said that I like God Does Like Ugly more than GNX, and I love GNX, but so he gets the award. Congratulations, whatever, whatever. But like Beyonce needed a Grammy for people to be like, Beyonce's a legend. Please. You kidding me? Like, whatever. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, if anybody was like, you know what? Beyonce wasn't good till she got that Grammy. Get the hell out of my face. You know what? I thought Jiz's album was really good, but it didn't get a Grammy, so it sucks now. Get the out of here. I need no award show to tell me what to like. What I used to do is with the Oscars as well is I will look at it. I don't even care who like won or lost. I'll just see who's nominated and then maybe check it out. Just because a lot of times it's gonna be when it comes to like maybe rock music, pop music stuff that's not even in my genre, then I will. The Clips album was good. I don't think it was great. I think it was really, really good. I think it was a really, really good album. I played it on loop for a few days, which is the sure sign for me. I'm still playing Jiz's album on loop now. And that thing came out damn near a year ago. I was in Amsterdam when the first part of it dropped. I still go to it. It's still in the rotation heavy. Love that album. Okay, so let's pick up some of these resources that I'm going to, and I went back. It made me listen to his whole catalog all over again. Like, it's so good. Anyway, but no, the Clips album was good. However, I will say this: I was never, and not in any kind of negative way, I just was never. I never listened to Clips that much when they were on and popping during my era. Actually, during my hip hop era, I was never really into Clips that much. So, I was into Jay-Z, Bubba Sparks, Eminem, Kanye West. Unfortunately, he went down. The last Kanye album that I listened to, like for real, was Late Registration. And then after that, I was like, no, like where this is headed. And I was right. Got out early. Got out early. Let's see. Hawk Pass, what's up? Doing this thing one verse at a time. Everything perfectly fine. Oh, how much of this do I have? Not a lot. And honestly, I don't even know. Here's a question. I don't even know because I already have. I'll do Ye the same way he did Jewish people, and black people for that matter, and actually I was about to say something really bad. I ain't got no sympathy for that guy. Although from a person who has a master's in psychology, I can tell he's very, very in need of, and maybe has already reached the point of realizing how much therapy he truly needs. But that was evident with 808 and Heartbreak real fast, really fast. And I saw the downhill turn on that so quick. That's why I know 808 and Heartbreak in my head like that, because I was like, okay, fine. Maybe he'll get the help he deserves. No, he just got more people like deriding on him and propping him and saying everything that you say is right. Because he made one smart comment about, apology my ass. He made one smart like comment about Bush, and then everybody took that to mean like everything he says is smart, which is absolutely not true. And then he apologized after like a 4-year campaign of wearing KKK uniforms and saying horrible stuff about Jewish people. And I'm sorry, fuck off, man, get out of there. You're gonna make me curse on my channel for real? No. Apologize all you want to. It's just like with can I say that? No, because I feel even stronger about Kanye than I do about that dude. I did not listen to his music in the first place that much to begin with, and then that heinous stuff that he says and does. If you like him, knock yourself out. I don't give two. My life will be perfectly fine without him in it or his music. So, I'm good. I'm absolutely good. Put it this way. If Diddy came out and apologized, you run it back to his music too? R. Kelly comes out and apologizes, you run it back. There has to be something in you in the first place that makes you say or do stuff that disturbed. And I'm not going to ride around with it, playing it. And then the next thing you know, a month later, he's now insulting Mexican people. Talking about how he could have never been a slave. You just should have run away. Bruh, you don't even... Whatever, dog. Yeah. So, no. Your apologies fallen on deaf ears. I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. He says heinous stuff, so y'all can forgive. I won't. What was that? Album? God Forgives, I Don't? Wasn't that Rick Ross? Yeah, God Forgives, I Don't. Nah. And some stuff is forgivable, and hey, go with God. Hope everything's good with you. Hope you live a blessed life and that you never fall down that path again. It doesn't mean I got to listen to your music. You'll have plenty of other people who are willing to ignore all the terrible stuff you've done and listen to it. So he is not going to go broke because I did not listen to him on Spotify or blocked him on Spotify until Spotify never suggested him to me again. He'll be fine. He's not going to be hungry. No matter how hard he tries to alienate and violate people, he'll be fine, unfortunately. Yeah. So was Pablo Picasso. He still married an underage girl. Sorry. So was, for that matter, those monsters, Diddy and Kells. Monsters. Don't have to like them. And just because your art is good doesn't mean I have to validate or excuse your heinous behavior. Now, there was a while I stopped. Well, I'm not going to say all that stuff. But yeah. Okay, so I need to find that yellow thing so I can purify this so I can get that out. Now, where is it? It should be on the map. The only one I see is the blue. But I don't have a yellow, and then this is the end of the line, and I don't think I can go to that region, right? No. Oh, man, y'all some jerks. And I guarantee there's nothing good in that chest anyway. All right. Well, anyway, I was doing a quest anyway, so let me go back to what I was doing. Oh. Huh. Was it Creepy Sound? Defeat the Wailing. Yeah, that was the one I've already done, and I don't. That's the one that has the multiple people that pop up, right? And I do not feel like dealing with that dude right now. And then this is the one I can't get to because of some kind of bug where that thing doesn't exist. I can't capture animals apparently, and I'm not about to try now. Go to a suitable spot to place the cactus clay figure. I tried to do that and I was at a suitable spot and it didn't work. So I can try that one more time. Okay. Ooh. Um Actually, that to that point and to take it to the other side of it, my homegirl Alessia and I were talking about that thing when Kendrick did come out and say like all that PDF stuff about Drake and whether it was true or not, and then stuff started to come out around the nasty diddler and how like Jay-Z and Beyonce may have been involved in some of that stuff. And we were both sitting there like, please don't let that be true because I don't want to have to stop listening to their music. The climate sucks so much. I was like, please don't let that be true because I do not want to have to stop listening to their music. If that stuff is true, that means I have to stop listening to their music. And that's so much music I listen to. But I'm going to have to stop listening to it. Facts. All right, quest completed. See, there was a bug with that. That did not happen last time. Okay, so it was a bug. I had to restart it. Let's go find another quest. I feel bad not reading all these quests, but yo, how many writers do they have? Like, were they pumping out? And here's, if you do, then how could you be waiting for the Iceman album? I'm not going to checking for Pablo Picasso paintings anymore since I found out that thing. You check it, you read, okay. If you believe what he said, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. That was going to be the I can't listen to anymore. That's my standard. I can't. If you are in the realm of doing that stuff, I assumed at a certain point, because in the middle of the drama and everything else, it was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And is this true? Is this true? And then as there was like no actual evidence that I've seen be presented, I was like, okay, that's some wild stuff to say about a person. So if there is not evidence to that fact, then I have to like wait until there's evidence. And so I don't listen to him anyway, but I can't condemn him based off of a rumor because that is heinous, foul stuff. For real. He's telling other celebrities to keep the families away from this person. Why would I want my child listening to that? Why would I want to listen to that? I'm not like him. The only reason I would listen to it is if I agreed with the stuff that he was doing. Oh, got you. See, you messy. You in it for the drama, bruh. Okay. All right. I see what time you're on. You messy. All right. I see you. I see you. You're living in that. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Fine. Have fun. Like I see what it is now. Why did you say that in the first place? You're here for the drama. That's fine. And me when it's the music, but it's in the music form, like the Ti stuff. I'm here for it. Whenever that song came out, I watched like the three reactors I follow, the music reactors I follow, and then I went and looked for more. Like I need to hear this broken down more times and more times and more times. So when this music format, I'm with you. But well, music format in terms of like diss tracks or whatever. But like I'm not gonna listen to his album. You can tell me what it is when it comes out. You can say like, hey yo, it was this, or you can be like, man, I wasted my time. I cannot remember these. This is the Wailing thing. I thought I just put one up. First supply run. Sure. Let's say. Okay, yeah, it was right there next to me. I just couldn't see it. All right, cool. Yeah, okay. So it disappeared off my screen. That wasn't me. It disappeared off my screen, dadgummit. I'm going to use the kitty to go at least 20 meters. That is the laziest thing ever. I'm lazy even in video games. How far is that? 30 meters? Kitty. It's too quiet. You don't know, right? It is silent. Pick up. And then kitty. Wait, who you at? Where you at? Oh, and that was 527. The one time I was like, I'm gonna actually walk. No, 527 meters. Okay, cool. Let's make this move. And do I have to go up and around? All right, let me make sure to face in that direction. Camera, go that way. And map. There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and oh, does that not show me the warp thing? There we go. Oasis Village. All right, here we go. Everything perfectly. That song's gonna be stuck in my head. Bubba Sparks and is it G Grizzle? Love that song. Yep, buddy. That right there. That's what I'm talking about. Keep the main thing. The main thing. Okay. And still not done. Where you at? Lazy, lazy, lazy. Oh, just okay. Just come on, lady. All right, deliver the flowers to, and that's also far away. They got me, but that okay. I know that's what it's supposed to be with these games, but you got me running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is, it's what it's supposed to be. It is a side quest. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. But I feel so annoyed right now. Like y'all could have had me do that. I feel so annoyed right now. Like I'm wasting all my gas money on this nonsense. All right, so yeah, okay, I hear you. I hear you. There's the flowers that need to go over here. Bet. Lord have mercy. Okay. There was a video of a 25-year-old Drake on stage being inappropriate with someone too young after. Okay. And but 25 year. Oh. Okay. Well. LeBron, keep the family away. He wasn't lying. Well, put it like this. I never rocked with this stuff anyway, so I'm good. I'm good. My music catalog does not change even a little bit. So we are okay on my side. Bum, 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 and me dancing to that song. Yep. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so here we go. Wait, am I supposed to just get her kids? What's going on? Where am I going to? How far away are you? All right, at a certain point, I need to check how many resources I've stacked. It hasn't been this much because it's only been, what, an hour and a half that we've been doing this? So I need to check the resources to see how much. You and these dadgum walls, man. Yo, devs, can y'all, I mean, I know there's only like 3 people watching. Devs, can y'all please figure out how to not get them to walk on everything? Not everything. Everything? Not everything. I'm surprised you've never seen that. Because I don't look at, I'm not on Twitter. Because I don't go looking for, my online presence is quite literally, I have an Instagram now. Oh, by the way, Instagram, I put in the description below. I have an Instagram where I literally just follow stand-up comedians. I don't go get my news from like social media because I've seen where like the news has been wrong a bunch of times. I do not follow celebrities, stuff like that. That's just not my, no offense, that's just not my bag. So I would not have seen it. Anything that I saw about that whole other situation was quite literally in the midst of it, Alessia being like, yo, did you see this? Yo, let me tell you about this. Yo, let's go have lunch together. And then she'd tell me everything. I would never go like seek that stuff out for myself because it's like, tell me who is the problem, and I'll be sure to avoid their content at all costs, basically. Oh, make honey bread. I gotta make honey bread. Okay. How do I make honey bread? I should have been paying attention. All right, so we're gonna cook. We're gonna go get the honey, and then we're gonna get the bread. Do they give you the recipe for honey bread? They do not. They do not. That is not a thing that just happened. So I need the ingredients for. Okay. Do I have honey? Oh, is that honey right there? I think that's honey. Nope, that's olive oil. All right. I see no honey in my bag. And I do not feel like going around and getting all the ingredients. Oh, so 4 ingredients to use is 4. I do not feel like running around and getting all that stuff. Oh no, I'm looking at the honey in my face. In my face. Now I need to know how to make bread, which if I'm egg, flour, and water is bread, right? With some yeast. Why do I know that? I've never made bread before. It would be nice if they just gave me bread though. But they didn't just give me bread. Is that a potato? Lady. If I go to the quest, will it tell me the ingredients for it? I will. Flavor of home. Make honey bread. Small children, what kind of treatment? Honey bread. Let's make. Okay. So we're gonna not track that anymore and go to something that does not require me to know that recipe. Okay, cool. Gonna go to quests. Or not quests, let's go to map and try to find another one. And then we'll count up our resources and then go try to fight a couple bosses because now I'm starting to get sick of the quest. There's a carpenter caught in a fight between werewolves and werebears. Go put. Oh yeah, we get to fight some. Let's go. Catch these hands, homie. All right, let's go. You lucky though because I actually witnessed the Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z beef in real life. That's not luck, bro. That's not luck. I remember when Tupac got shot and killed. Someone told me that when I was at a high school football game. That is not luck because the thing is the way that was popping off was like never before had we seen. And then there was like, I'm from Alabama. It wasn't a good time. It was scary. I'm from Alabama and people were worried. Do you know how that's what they were talking about with the Biggie interview after Tupac got killed when he went to LA and everybody told him not to go to LA. And it was everybody in his camp, people on the new, like people all over the place were like, don't go do that. And he did it anyway because he was trying to like promote peace. In any case, that was horrifying and scary because there were people in my hometown. No, I mean like during it before they got like shot. There were people in my hometown, Auburn, Alabama, nothing to do with it. A bunch of teenagers who were screaming East Side, West Side, and fighting over it. Like kids, 12, 13, 14, 15, but 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds can do some damage to each other. And not like in any kind of serious way, but just because it's their favorite rapper. Who do you like? I like Tupac. I like Biggie. If you liked one, you couldn't like the other, basically. And then people were getting into legit fights over it. So like the Kendrick Lamar Drake stuff, though it was one man demolishing another. Is that a... What's that? Is that where I'm supposed to go? All right. Though it was one man demolishing another, back then it was... And I don't know, maybe this was happening in school too. If you liked one and the other guy liked the other, you guys fought. Fist fight, not like I'm arguing why, Kendrick is better. You're arguing why Drake is better. It's like, no, we're going to square up after school and punch each other till somebody bleeds. Or people did worse stuff. Jay-Z and Nas wasn't the same, and Jay-Z and Nas was very much localized. Like, people had who they liked, which was Jay-Z or Nas. I was a Jay-Z person. A lot of people were Nas people. Although I admit Nas won that. I'm not debating that at all. I just like Jay-Z more. There was one, it was very localized. Two, it was two guys beefing with each other, and three, and it seemed like more they kept it. I don't know if they kept it personal or if the rest of the world did. It was on the heels of what happened to Biggie and Pac. So everybody was hypersensitive to the fact of this does not need to spill out because this could, like, we've seen how serious people can get over this. This does not need to happen again. So it was not like anything that was headed in that direction, because you got to remember that was only like 5 years later, 6 years later. That's not that much time in the grand scheme of things, and that was still in people's heads. And I don't think for those two, hell, they made a song together later. Honestly, Biggie and Tupac made a song before that whole beef started. They were actually really good friends, which is why I went so wrong, went so left. But like with Jay-Z and Nas, they made a song together later called Black Republicans, right? And they seem to be cool with each other now. And I think their beef was like one of those, I don't want to say misunderstandings, but like arguments, fights you have with somebody that you may or may not know kind of well, that y'all just need to get into a room, sit down, talk about it, and figure it out. Biggie and Pac, it exploded from beef that these two had with each other to a coastal beef because Pac went to New York, went to the West Coast, even though he was from New York, from the East Coast. It was from New York, right? And then it just waged coast versus coast, and they had these spokesperson, but these representatives of West Coast versus East Coast, and then it became West Coast versus East Coast. And then even if you were on the East Coast but you were at the West Coast, it just became a problem. But on the heels of that, 5-6 years later, people are hypersensitive to the fact that, put it this way, the only reason, not the only, I'm being rough, not the only, but one of the biggest reasons why Will Smith had a resurgence in the late 90s and 98 is because people were scared of violent gangster rap because of what happened with Big and Pac and how the rest of the country like got divided in that, part of it where people were like actually fighting over these two dudes. They had no idea who they were, like in real life. I'm not fighting for my uncle or my cousin or my brother. I'm fighting because of some dude whose music I listen to and willing to stab or shoot a person over it. So like when the Jay-Z and Nas stuff popped up, it was good. It was cool. Who won this? Who won that? Don't get serious. Don't get serious. It got wild. Yeah, though that lyric is wild. It's wild. But hey, y'all need to sit down and talk about it before somebody dies. You can't say it won't happen because it has. Chill out. That kind of thing where, yeah, anyway. So it was never like that was the lowest of the low, highest of the, I don't know how to put it exactly, but that was like the peak of people being like, yo, we need to chill out. And now it happens like a lot on a lower level, not like a national level where it is, all these rappers, but you'll have rappers killing other rappers now, and it's more of a regional beef. Somebody who knew somebody from wherever, and then they will, I think that's what happened to Mo3, like where he got into that shootout and then that car chase, and then he wrecked his car, and then he got chased down by those two dudes and shot in the woods. Like that's the one I can think of at the top of my head right now. But like, some people, this is where some people are like, hey, it's just beef, it's just for fun. And some people are like, no, there are folks who've died off the back of this. Like, what was it? Gucci Mane shot Young Jeezy's dude in the face for breaking into his house and killed him. Something like that happened. Which is why that whole versus thing seemed to be so weird to me, because it was like, didn't Gucci Mane kill your guy? And you got to look that up again. But it was like, didn't Gucci Mane kill your dude? Like, he killed your friend, right? So why are you up here doing that versus with him? Jeezy even had to, like, make a song about it where it was, I never told my friend to go into his play. I never set up my friend to get killed. Because people were talking about how Jeezy sent his friend into Gucci Mane's house knowing Gucci Mane was going to shoot and kill him. Like, that was some of the rumors. I shouldn't say this. Allegedly, everything is alleged. Everything is alleged. This is all like hip hop discussion from 20 years ago and what a bunch of like college rap nerds would be talking about. Okay, so everything is alleged, but it was the fact that somebody ran up in Gucci Mane's house and got shot, and they were connected to. Oh, I've already got this chest, and they were connected to Jeezy, and Jeezy addressed it because apparently it was a person who was close to him, and that guy got killed. And some people thought that Jeezy set him up for that to happen, which I don't believe either. Then they did that versus together, and I never watched it because everybody said how awkward and tense it was, because it seemed like Gucci was bragging about what he did to Jeezy's friend during the verses. Please look that up for me to make sure. But that's the thing, because Kendrick, unlike Drake grew up a child actor. Kendrick grew up in a very different situation. A very different situation. Kendrick on his GNX tour, when he had it in LA, like certain people that were on the stage celebrating and that were from maybe rival gangs, it was said that they could not be, they would make sure that they were not seen on the Amazon footage or the Netflix footage of that concert being shown, because they would have been wanted by the authorities, because he has those ties and those friends, and he tries to bring peace to those different, like, I'm so like alleged on this stuff because it's all secondhand. You read it in articles and stuff, but because he's so tied into some of that stuff, I mean, why do you think he keeps wearing the colors he wears? But he's trying to also like promote peace, and we don't need to do that. Same thing that he tried to do with I should not be Nipsey Hussle, who got killed. Another beef thing. He and Nipsey Hussle did a song together, and I think Nipsey was Blood, and he was. I don't want to go into that stuff. But Kendrick comes from a place where that's real, which is part of the reason why when Drake pops in and out of Atlanta, in and out of LA, claiming these certain things, wearing these certain things, it's part of it, allegedly, that Kendrick's beef was like, you're popping into a cultural stuff and then using it to sell music when people have died over this. And we're trying to bring these people together and keep people from killing each other, and you're using it to sell music. So like that was, read up on it. Go find out the stuff about it. Everything I said is alleged, and for entertainment purposes. Let's just say all that stuff outright, so I don't get in any kind of trouble. I know there's like 7 people who ever watch me ever, but like all that stuff it goes deeper than just music. And you say, good thing Drake kept it rap. Apparently he didn't keep it rap with The Weeknd, who ended up having some dudes go by his house allegedly and shoot at his house. But because remember when that whole beef started, or when they were in the middle of it, somebody went by the, what do you call it, the embassy, and shot at his house. Remember that? Well, let's just say Drake is upset more than a few musicians who are about that life. And apparently I did not know, and allegedly, because I don't know if it was directly tied to him or one of his people or whatever, allegedly, The Weeknd is one of them people not to mess with. I didn't know he had it like that, but apparently he does. When he made that song "I Would Die for You," I guess he should have said "I would kill for you." Oops. Yeah, go look up that stuff. At the LA show, he couldn't. You can't. It would have. No. Let me just put it that way. And not because of Drake. Anyway. I don't know, but actually he plays for the Lakers. He might have been cool up on that stage. He might have been okay. So long as it was still just purple and gold. He probably would have been okay. Let me stop being dramatic. Like I actually know, because I don't know. So anyway, let's go fight some stuff. Itchy. But I would recommend reading articles on some of these like beefs and things you brought up, not just like Wikipedia pages, but see whatever articles you can find. There's also podcasts. I cannot remember, but there was a whole podcast on that beef with Biggie and Tupac, or was it just focused on Biggie? I can't remember exactly, but I would recommend reading up on it because then you'll understand why like old heads like me and guys older than me are like, yo, 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 keep it rap, 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 keep it rap. And we say that, and people in your age group are like, yeah, of course they're gonna keep it rap. What are you talking about? These are just words and stuff. And it's like, okay, okay, okay. Like Tupac got shot 5 times before the time that he got shot and got killed. So yeah, it's not always just rap. Not always. But let's keep it rap. That's the fun stuff. Anyway. And actually that's the thing that kind of freaked me out about what 50 did. Because 50 did that whole attack on Tiny. And then it wasn't T.I. that said it. It was Damani who said it, who was like talking to his dead mother in that song, Miss Jackson. And he was like basically saying, can you please help me get some understanding because I'm going to be calmer than the people who are headed to his house right now. And I was like, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't take it there, please. Please. Actually, I kind of want to kill that fish lady again, but let's go at the bird one time just to get my confidence up. Look, you be saying stuff, and I am not going to be held legally responsible for the stuff you say. Do I believe that is entirely possible? Actually, no, because they found the two who were accused. One of them was bragging about it. So look that stuff up too. Because there is some like confirmation of what happened. One of those dudes, once he confessed to it, he didn't make it. Look that stuff up. Also, the same thing about the whole 50 Cent getting shot 5 times instead of 9, actually, because he lied, because he didn't want to be shot the same number of times as Tupac, which is just like, but you got shot, bro. Who gives a damn about the number? That dude also did not make it. So you may want to go look that up. All right, so we're going to go ahead, put this out here. Get this. Run at you. Now we put out Manny. We do this thing because we know you're going to be in my world. Welcome to the torture chamber. So, yep. You can see the boost if I like attack within and if I'm outside of it, right? You can see the difference in the numbers. So these are the numbers: 518, 7, whatever, 1000, 276. Now we're going to switch back to her, put this field out, and now we're going to go back, and the numbers have increased a lot. Do you see the numbers going up? How that's a very, very nice increase in the numbers. And we're going to do this. Oh, no. I meant to hit the R2 twice. Dadgummit. I was too happy. What was happening. I got complacent. All right, here we go. Die, lady. So you guys see the difference in the attack. If yes, then you are going to the... No, I'm not doing main quest. The main quest, quite literally, I will be streaming for another hour. I will clip this off, and then the rest of the afternoon, after I do some more work, that's when I'm going to go into the main quest, and I'm going to finish up the game. So I'm not doing the main quest. I think I told you guys that before. I'm not doing the main quest on stream. I'm going to be doing the side stuff, the missions, the developing the characters and stuff, because I don't want to spoil the main quest for anybody. Additionally, Flint, Hakeem, Gojo, I don't know if you're around. I have been working on the intro, and I'm trying to get like the clips for the intro that won't spoil the thing. And the problem that I've had before, because I love doing intros for these videos. I know nobody else cares about the YouTube intros and the videos, and they just want you to get to the work, but I love making the intros. I was looking for the music for the intro, and it It hit immediately. I wonder if I could even play it real quick. I think I already downloaded it, right? This song is from Bensound. Oh, yes, there. Can I? Give me a second, guys. I think I'm going to try to get this music up to see if you can hear it. Let me see. I think if I just play, it should be fine. If I mute this, let's see. We're going to mute you. I think that's done with that sound. And then we do this. Dovet. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me turn this down first so it doesn't explode in your ears. VLC, will you chop, lady? Come on. My computer's been like acting up. VLC has been acting up on me lately to where I have to open stuff twice and then it'll show that I opened it twice. And I'm like, what are you doing? All right, so it's playing now. Let's see. I think you can hear it now. All right, so I can't tell. So that'll be the music, or part of the music that's going to be part of the intro I was able to find online, which I do like. Okay, I guess that's good levels. But it's only like, I'm trying to keep the intro like 15 seconds. And I think the music will come in like right here. And then the next 15 seconds. Okay. Were you guys able to hear that? I don't know. I think you were able to hear it. But that will be the music for the intro. Oh no, I'm being blown off the stage. No. Manny, help, Manny. Give me your power. All right, here we go. Let me go like this. We rack you a little bit. We go like this. We rack you a little bit. I want to get the, who's it up? Uh-oh, is that showing up? No, it's not showing up. It's fine. All right, so let's do that. That. Manny, I'm going to need you to come in and do this. Cool. And then I'm going to need you to do that. I'm going to need you to do that. We hit you over and over and over again. And then I think I should be able to hit the R1, R2. Okay, so we do this. We do that. We do that. I still need to boost her. Who's it? Oh, didn't even hit like, oh, that's nice. We like that. We like that. All right, let me get out of here now. And heal somewhere. All right. Ooh. Let me get out of here before I get murdered. Let's go. Get me down in Jamaica. I have Maine one stuck in my head now. How did we even get there? Pipe down, way up. You got horns on your halo. A blessing inside my bed, my bed. Oh, no. It's not going to be that full thing. It's literally going to be 15 seconds within that song, but that's like the song itself. But the intro is only going to be 10 to 15 seconds long. I'm going to line that up. I got some of the cutscenes that I needed, and that's what I meant before about I had to lower the world level so I could align and line up the character actions the right way for the camera for the cut. And I put the world level too low, actually, and they were killing them too fast, so I couldn't set up what I wanted to. But yeah, that's what I meant before about like that's how I'm gonna have everything set up. I got the clips from the cutscenes. I was able to find those, and then the next thing is I need the clips from their actual actions or action in the game, and then I will splice it together, cut it together, edit it together with 10 to 15 seconds of music from that. And then that will be that. That's how that'll come out. And the thing I hate probably the most or the thing that annoys me the most, is I had amazing intros for DC Worlds Collide. I had two of those things, and I had an amazing intro for Kaiju number 8. And I think that's why I kind of haven't done an intro for Bleach Soul Resonance, because I was so happy with those two, especially the DC Worlds Collide. No, all three. All three were amazing, and now I don't get to use them. I do not get to use them. And it's so upsetting. So upsetting. And so I think that's why I held off on the Bleach one. Hopefully, Seven Deadly Sins has a longer shelf life than DC Worlds Collide and is a little bit more ubiquitous than Bleach has been. So I can actually have an intro or two. I might do 2 intros for Bleach or for Seven Deadly Sins if it does well enough. Or if I get inspired enough. But I really want to do. I really like doing it. So here we go. We're almost there, right? Blessing inside my bed, my bed. Doop 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 doop. Actually, one thing I did not check is, will this game function on my tablet? Because it might give me a larger screen to use when pairing it with my PC. Girl, you could be honest with me. Oh, when they're floating around like that, they are not that tough. All right, so here we go. And we know you don't move that much, so this circle can be like right here. And we go. Oh, get away, get away. Okay, cool. And now we put you in. Bet. And I should probably dodge some of your attacks and not just stand around. Oh, nope, I'm standing around. I was trying to dodge. Yep, there's a dodge. See, the thing is 20 seconds apparently goes very fast for me. Apparently it goes very, very, very fast. It must be shorter than 20 seconds. It must be something like 5 or 10 until I level it up or get the mastery done. Oh, no. Get out of there. Why are you walking? Why are you strutting like you got all damn day, lady? And now if we can get this going. Yep, and then we get this out. Boom, and then extra damage. We love extra damage. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep it in the circle, keep it in the circle. He's still hitting me very, very hard. I don't like that at all. We come in with you. We'll go in with you. We'll get a shield up. We'll get another shield up. Let's go. We come back with Meliodas. Yeah, I gotta do something about this screen thing. And I gotta do a better job of dodging, but it feels like my controller does not respond to me well enough. Go, 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 go. I don't like you. I'm gonna saute those mushrooms on your back and a nice bolognese pasta. That's what I'm gonna do. Didn't need to do that. Now die. Okay. Cause you no, it's not necessarily about the content, because more content could come and it still not have its longevity. So for instance, one thing I noticed is that Seven Deadly Sins just came out, and the number of people that are following / watching Seven Deadly Sins versus Bleach dwarfs Bleach by a lot, by like a lot. So that's one of those things about the game being viable. And I know Bleach is a truly mobile game, but I mean, that hasn't stopped Marvel Strike Force. But yeah, so we will see how it goes. And I can still do the intros. That's fine. I just haven't had like the creative spirit around Bleach just yet. Maybe I need to get into it, because they do have a lot of awesome animations that would make for a good. Actually, now that I think about it, I do have an idea that I could do for Bleach. And we did just do a Bleach video. And I think I have enough characters to do that with. So I might do a Bleach. Like, I'm going to finish the Seven Deadly Sins intro today. And then I might start the Bleach intro and finish that today too. And put that on the Soifon Chad Nemu video that I just did this morning. So that might be the plan for this afternoon when I get done with this. Maybe I'll stop at like 4:30, not 4:30, 2:30, like 20 minutes. And work on those on editing that stuff up. And see how that looks. Yo, see, it's not responding. What are you doing? There we go. All right, I guess that's done. Defeat the dungeon. Oh my god, my nose is so stopped up. Season. Yep, I gotta finish Act 12. We know. Defeat the boss. Defeat the dungeon. Lightning element stone or sure. Catch fish. Use 3 ingredients to cook. 30 times. Clear hell difficulty. I don't even like how that sounds. Boss. Oh yeah, I've already done that stuff. Okay. So now I don't think I even got enough gold really and resources in all of this 2 hours of streaming to level up, for the love of all things holy, to level up Manny up to any kind of like reasonable level. I don't think so. Let's see. To level up her weapon, I should say. Yep, see. Still short. I wanted to do the drops on the other. Oh no! First of all, let me back out of this because I was about to accidentally use the weapon that I. Hey, what's up, Stiff? I was about to accidentally use my the thing I just crafted, the dual swords I just crafted to upgrade this staff, and I was because that took me all morning. We are not doing this right now. No, sir. Is it locked? Okay. That was about to be me being livid because I'm using this just as a heads up to you guys. So basically what I've been crafting is, Basically what I've been crafting is, I have 2 things prepared to be crafted when I get done with Act 12 this evening, which is I have everything I need in place for these, I think it's called Black Flame dueling swords right here. I have, wait, what? I do have that. Or was it something different? Wait, where are you at? Don't. Oh, wait, no, I do. I just, I locked him. But I do have these. Those are the ones I just locked. What's up, Sep? I'm gonna call you gamer. Sakib. I do have those. I just locked them, but I have those, and I have everything I need except for actually, you know who I should be fighting? This guy. I should be squaring up with him as much as possible and farming those materials so then I can make these Black Flame Wings dual swords. And then I have everything I need to do. I have everything I need to craft. Get down there. The Gluttonous Sword. All the platinum I need and everything to craft the Gluttonous Sword. Get down there. Why do you take so long? This, except for, oh wait. No, yeah, that. I need that. And apparently I can only get that from the dragon. All right, bro, I'm going to dip. All right, have fun training. Oh, you got a game this weekend. Good luck on the game. Good luck on your game this weekend. All right, so now I have everything there for that. That is where I need to finish off that dragon. So that'll happen when I get off stream today. And the other one is where I need to go farm this right now from the Gray Demon, who last time I fought him kicked my tail, albeit I was trying to do the Manny thing. Now the Manny thing I'm still not exactly comfortable with, so I'm going to use the sustained DPS team that I was using before. Shout out Flint. The Manny team is good. It is fun, but I'm still figuring out how to make that work. Plus, I'm still leveling up her equipment, leveling up her staff. With Gila in place of that, it just Every time, two whatever, 2:15. It's the middle of the day. I'm not upgrading my phone in the middle of the day. Ask me at night, but I'll be asleep. So basically, I need to farm for this from him. I do not even know how much it drops because he popped up, but I haven't played against him or beaten him yet. So I genuinely don't know. Or I played against him that one time trying to use the Manny team. I don't know if that drops every single time, if that drops every once in a while. I have no clue. So basically, what I should do at this point is go to my team. And if I go to this DPS team, 17,000. First things first, we're gonna back out of the team. Oh well, no, we're gonna put the team up. That's the team I'm going to use because they can take more damage. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is be sure my gear is all up to date on my heroes. Because I have done a lot of like stuff, but I don't think I've gotten anything new that's worthwhile. So we'll see. Armor. Oh, I did get some new earrings. Cool. We'll add those. Jericho should have some new stuff too. Cool. We will go with Gila for the moment, albeit I am doing this for Manny as well. And then Elaine can be the last one. All right. All right. So, give me 1 second. Hooray. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. Hooray. I was supposed to heal before all of this. I was supposed to craft some potions. All that jazz. This is not going well. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So, and then I have to craft all these potions. Oh, this is not what I want to do at all. Not even a little bit. And the funny part about it is, and by funny I mean makes me want to cry, is that I feel like I should craft these potions, but then I should craft these potions for the main story, not for here and now. Let me check where my weapons are before I sign off. So basically, I have my dual blades with. Wait, what's her? Oh, because it's missing a spot. That I'm not too concerned with. The longsword with Melianitis is level 50. The dual blades are level 50. I have level 30 on the grimoire from Elaine. And I can't level that up just yet. Where do I get this from? Mining. Orlean Essence. Where is that? Oh, is this right near me? We can work there real quick and pick some of that up. Itchy. No idea what this is, but we'll take it anyway. Opal ore, melon. All right. Oh, there's gold over there. We'll take that anyway. And it looks like there's some... Oh, those are just pumpkins. I should be using Dreyfus for this, but I'm too lazy to change teams right now. All right, so I'm going to sign off. So you guys know the next steps and what I'm about to do will be to... Oh, more fighting. The next steps and what we're going to do is I am going to go at the dragon from the main story. Hopefully I will be done with the game by that point tomorrow. I will be able to get onto the Grey Dragon and get my dual swords, my Black Flame dual swords, and my Gluttonous longsword. There's a piece of something in mine over there that I've never seen before. What is that? Or is that just a plant that's gold? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so this. Oh, it's just a leaf of glory. Ah, okay, whatever, dog. So is that a cooking ingredient? Okay. So, and I think, actually, my phone, no, my phone's still good. All right, so guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe if you don't like it, subscribe. Please like, please subscribe if you don't like it, subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I think that was all of what was going to be here. Okay, cool. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.